So good evening everyone. This is the 8th meeting of our online class, and previously last week we discussed to critique the text, and now we are moving to chapter 8. Please open your book on chapter 8. It is on page 8.1. Hari ini yang bisa aktif berapa orang ya?
Mungkin as usual, seperti biasa.
Oke, saya sapa dulu ya. Ada Mbak Evi, ada Mbak Kristina, ada Mbak Kusmiati, Mbak Martijah, Mbak Rahmawati, Mbak Sopikah, dan Mbak Yunita Sari. So, good evening everyone. Terima kasih sudah bisa datang. Terima kasih sudah menyempatkan waktu untuk terus belajar. Today we are discuss chapter 8. Kalau kemarin sudah reacting to the text, sekarang fokusnya adalah evaluate the text. Bersama ya, kalau kemarin sudah reacting, memberi giving response, terus sekarang evaluating. Sudah ketemu modulnya, modul 8?
Ya.
Oke, saya bacakan dulu introduction-nya. Dalam modul ini Anda akan mempelajari bagaimana caranya mengevaluasi suatu teks dengan cara mencari dalam teks tersebut bukti dari berbagai pernyataan yang diajukan dalam soal-soal di bawah ini. Bila Anda menemukan bukti tersebut atau sebaliknya, Anda harus dapat mendukung pembuktian Anda. So in other words, when we start to answering some questions, we need to evaluate our understanding toward those paragraphs. And after we understood the paragraph, then we'll move to the question. Then we try to find the answer. So in other words, this is also a strategy to evaluate our understanding. And now, it has some questions, but I guess these questions also it's not difficult, but it's just hard to understand because sometimes those grammar and those questions is not related. So let's move to my PowerPoint. Ada yang bisa membacakan? Some general criteria for evaluating text. Ada yang bisa membacakan? Silakan Pak.
Some general criteria for evaluating text. The following list of criteria and focus questions may be useful for reading the text and for preparing the critical review. Remember to check your assignment instructions for more specific criteria and focus questions that should form the basis of your review. The length of the review or assignment will determine how many criteria you will address in your critique.
Oke. Pernah nggak mendengar mengkritik sebuah teks? How to criticize a text? Jadi kayak sebenarnya tugas yang saya berikan itu kan juga termasuk criticize, mengkritisi sebuah teks. Kenapa? Karena I ask you to summarize and also give your opinion. So when you give your opinion toward a passage, it means that you criticize the owner, the writer, the author. Jadi, in other words, when we evaluate the text, we also criticize. We can put the positive side as well as the negative side of a text, whether you are pro or cons, jadi mendukung atau enggak. Nah, jadi ini ada kriteria, terus kemudian ada possible focus question. Yang pertama itu kriteria itu apa? Significance and contribution to the field. Ada yang tahu nggak significance itu apa?
Spesifik ya.
Significance itu seberapa penting, to what degree. This one is important. Jadi significance itu kata lainnya adalah importance dan contribute, pengaruhnya apa. So the possible focus questions are: what is the author's aim? Then to what extent has this aim been achieved? And what does this text add to the body of knowledge? Then this could be in terms of theory, data, or a practical application. Also, what relationship does it bear to other works in the field? What is missing or not stated, or is this a problem? So, ini maksudnya significance. Ini masih teori ya, nanti kita habis ini praktek. Jangan khawatir. Kemudian kriteria kedua itu metodologi. Metodologi itu tahap-tahapnya. Contohnya, what approach was used for the research? Dan kemudian how objective or biased is the approach? Tahu kan objektif? Objektif itu artinya tujuan. Nah, kemudian ini ada argument and use of evidence. Dan ini saya skip saja. Oke. Nah, sekarang kesimpulannya sebenarnya ini semua masih teori. Jadi semua slide yang saya tunjukkan ini masih teori. Ini masih tahapan teori. Nah, kita akan bisa mengaplikasikannya ketika kita bisa mengkritisi sebuah soal. Jadi, saya sudah I upload this. So if you want to check out more, you can go to Facebook and download my PowerPoint. I uploaded on Facebook this afternoon. And now we are moving to the questions. Jadi sekarang kemarin kan kita last week we discussed question 1 to 50. And now we are moving to question 51 to 100. Sudah siap? Ini. Nah, ini bagian ini udah ya kemarin. Yang ini sudah saya ingat.
Start from 1 to 3.
Oke. Sekarang kita mau lanjutin. Jadi ini masih bagian these questions are part of TOEIC test, TOEIC reading test. And I mentioned before the reason why I put these questions because it is so applicable. So one day if you want to take any TOEIC test, you are ready. And also when you have the test for your final exam, I guess the questions is similar. So let's move. Jadi ini ada, coba kalau ada to, from, re, and date, ini bentuk dari apa? Biasanya ini form apa? Surat kan, surat elektronik atau email. Nah, kelihatan jelas nggak ya Mbak ya? Di sini kan ada Dear Miss Pace. Coba sebelum kita, before we go deeper in the passage, kita baca pertanyaannya dulu. Questions 153. Why is Mr. Chang writing the email? Next one. What is indicated about the product packaging? Jadi pertama-tama adalah why is Mr. Chang writing the email, dan kemudian what is indicated about the product packaging. Oh ya, hari ini yang bisa online selain Mbak Martija siapa lagi? Mbak Evi bisa?
Bisa.
Mbak Alfi?
Halo.
Halo. Bisa Mbak hari ini jawab-jawab supaya Oke, good. Dan Mbak Alfi bisa?
Mbak Alfi kan nggak bisa, masih pergi. Kita di dapur, Miss.
Oke, good. Kemudian Mbak Irma?
Ada nenek, Miss.
Oke. Oh, ada nenek. Oke. Mbak Kristina.
Silent dulu ya, Miss. Neneknya masih nonton TV, berisik.
Oh ya. Mbak Kusmiati.
Oke.
Kemudian Mbak Rahmawati. Mbak Sopika ini biasanya juga aktif kan? Ini bisa nggak?
Jarang biasanya.
Mbak Wiwit.
Oh, ketua kelas aja mungkin Mbak Yanti.
Mbak Yunita Sari. Oke. So.
Halo.
Ya, halo.
Halo, Miss Dani.
Oke, sekarang kita lanjut lagi ya. Tadi ini soalnya ada dua. The question 153. Why is Mr. Chang writing the email? Kemudian question 154. What is indicated about the product packaging? Okay. Let's go to the text. Ada yang bisa bacakan nggak?
Boleh.
Silakan, Mbak. Mbak F.
Dia Space ya itu namanya. Dia Mrs. Space. Request breakdown below. The proposed electronic race line will be part product by our own manufacturing department unless otherwise not. The toys are specifically designed for children over the age of 5 and controlled by small handsets. True, this is not my area of expertise. I personally envision this product selling well through the month. Once you consider the estimate outlay, I hope we can arrange a meeting to further discuss the project viability and next step.
Oke, good. Nah, kemudian berarti ini kan pengirimnya itu Mr. Chung ya. Ini kan tentang apa? Terus kemudian ada breakdown-nya. The proposed electronic race car line will be made of parts produced by our own manufacturing. Kita lanjut ke soalnya. Why is Mr. Chang writing the email? To report a problem with product pricing, to ask for a review of proposed cost, or to argue for increasing an existing budget, or to support a bid from a supplier. Coba kita baca lagi. Kira-kira kenapa? Please see the requested breakdown below. The proposed electronic race car line will be made of parts produced by our own manufacturing department unless otherwise noted. Ini kan artinya tolong lihat penjelasan berikut. The proposed electronic car line will be made. Tadi yang jawab B ya?
B bukan.
Okay.
For a review.
To ask a review. Kemudian ini selanjutnya. What is indicated about the product packaging?
C.
It is especially designed to attract children's attention. Bagian mana yang menunjukkan itu?
Yang ada itu yang the third sentence, the toys are specifically designed for children over the age of 5 and controlled by small handsets.
Okay. Good job. selanjutnya ini. Nah, ini seperti pertanyaan sebelumnya, cuman kalau sebelumnya itu kan panjang, kalimat pendek, short passage. Nah, yang ini long passage. Sebelum kita masuk ke soalnya, sebelum kita baca ke teks, kita baca soalnya dulu. 155. What trend are conversation group trying to encourage? What trend are conversation group trying to encourage? Apa trennya? More passengers on airplanes, more flights to exotic places, to pay for air tickets, or to go overseas for vacation.
Baca dulu
Ya,
teksnya
sekarang kita baca. Ada yang membacakan paragraf pertama? First paragraph, please.
Okay. Concerns about effect of air travel on the global environment have led many conservation-minded individuals to alter their summer travel plans. Bla bla bla. Ini yang pertama maksudnya untuk pertanyaan 155 bukan?
Iya, jadi nanti tuh ada kalimat yang bagusnya dimasukkan di nomor berapa.
Oh, atau bisa selesai dulu sampai satu paragraf. This year, many conservation groups have been actively pursuing a campaign to persuade people to stay at home for their vacation rather than take advantage of the many cut-price flights that are available to exotic foreign destinations. Tadi pilihannya mana, Miss? Coba.
Pilihannya ini. What trend are conservation group trying to encourage? Trend apa?
Not to go overseas for vacation. Ini bukan ya? Yang dibuka ya?
That concern about the effect of air travel on the global environment have led many conservation-minded individuals to alter their summer travel plans. Jadi kan ini concern about the effect of air travel. Jadi dia peduli tentang efek dari global air travel udara. Jadi kalau misalnya orang liburan kan itu udara pesawatnya membutuhkan bahan bakar. Nah, dia concern itu. This year, many conservation groups have been actively pursuing a campaign to persuade people to stay at home for their vacation. Ingat, jadi this year mereka ngapain? Mereka mendorong orang untuk stay at home.
Jangan pergi jauh.
Rather than take advantage of the many cut-price flights that are available to exotic foreign destination.
Oh, the answer is D.
Jadi,
do not go overseas for vacation.
Ya, not to go overseas for vacation. Itu jawaban yang pertama. Yang kedua, according to this group, why is flying bad for us? Coba dari paragraf pertama tadi sudah tahu jawabannya. Kira-kira kenapa?
Karena flight are environmentally unfriendly.
Jelas ya tadi sudah dari paragraf pertama.
Iya, sudah mengganggu environment.
Kemudian next, ini kan ada kalimat ini. In which of the position mark 1, 2, 3, 4 does the following sentence best belong? Therefore, people should show that they care for the environment by minimizing their environmental footprint.
Oh, berarti yang A, 1. Talking about environment. They care for the environment.
Oke, ini kan ada kalimatnya therefore people should show that they care for the environment by minimizing their environmental footprint. Ini kira-kira lihat, ini ada kalimat therefore. Berarti kira-kira tempat dimasukkan di mana?
Yang 1 bukan?
Ya, tepat sekali. Kenapa? Karena ini kan depannya ada kata concern.
Iya. Environment.
Kemarin kan kita udah pernah belajar kata hubung juga ya, masih ingat nggak? Pertemuan sebelum kira-kira second or third meeting we discuss about connecting word. Terus itu next sekarang kita lanjut ke soal dulu. In what field does tech work? Question number 1 is in what field? Terus kemudian for how many years has tech worked at K9? And what is not mentioned in the passage? Apa yang tidak disebutkan? CPLTG Morse will continue to train tech. Tech has contributed to fighting crime. Tech has participated in TV programs. Or D. Tech will spend the rest of his life with his partner. Oke, kita punya 3 line. Pertanyaan pertama tadi apa? Pekerjaannya apa, in what field, kemudian how many years, kemudian apa yang tidak disebutkan. Silahkan first sentence, first paragraph baca gantian ya. I need 3 people to involve this. Silahkan.
Awal juga ini gantian.
Ada yang mau baca?
Riri, are you there?
Ayo dibaca, saya tunggu.
Kayaknya masih proses deh. Baca deh, saya baca.
Oh ya,
We would like to announce the retirement of K9 Tech. Tech is an 8-year-old German Shepherd and has been a member of the K9 division since 2010 with his partner CPL T.J. Morse, CPL Morse, and Tech combined to make 103 felony criminal apprehensions during the time.
Oke, stop. Kira-kira tech ini apa? Orang atau barang? Atau binatang?
Binatang kali ya?
Barang.
Ada yang bilang barang. Gembala.
Penggembala. Jadi orang.
Oke, orang. Coba. Kita nggak tahu ya. Misal ini assume that we still confused what they said. But ada hintnya. Tech Tag is an 8-year-old German Shepherd and has been a member. Jadi, tapi ini kita bisa tahu bahwa Tag is an 8-year-old. Berarti answering question number belum ada jawabannya ya. Kan dia udah 8 tahun jadi member. Next. Bentar. Terus coba kita lihat. Kan ini si Tag ini dia sudah jadi member K9 Division sejak tahun berapa? 2010 kan, ini ada 2010. Kemudian tanggal suratnya ini tanggal berapa? Tahun berapa?
2017.
Berarti how many years? Jawabannya adalah C.
Kita ngelewatin dulu 158 ya maksudnya.
Ya, jadi sebenarnya kalau ngerjain soal itu nggak harus nggak harus urut kalau misalnya belum tahu jawabannya. Tapi sebenarnya kita juga bisa tahu sih, in what field does Tag work? Kira-kira Tag itu kerjanya di apa? Ini kan Tag is an 8-year-old German Shepherd. Jadi Tag itu tuh anjing. Taunya dari mana? Ini kan ada an 8-year-old German Shepherd. Jadi anjing tipe gembala. Masih ragu apakah dia anjing? Coba baca ke second paragraph. Ada yang mau bacakan second paragraph? Silakan Mbak Rianti. Atau siapa yang bisa aktif? Mbak Rianti udah aktif mikrofonnya.
Tapi mungkin masih ini.
Yang slide 12 ya, Miss. Maaf, baru
Ya.
itu.
Slide 12.
Second paragraph ya. CPL most and Tag have received multiply letter of commendation and the meritorious service medal. They achieved national certification 5 times and placed 1930. Bacanya apa ini, Miss? 19th
in the nation.
19th in the nation in 20 and 20
2014 or 2014. 2014.
In the nation and 2014 at the USPCA National Dog Trials. Throughout his service, Tag won numerous awards at the annual USPCA Region 10 Dog Trial, including one first place. Jadi kalau di atas itunya nggak usah di itu ya.
Enggak,
first place in agility twice and first place in the bad walk.
Oke, ini kan jelas ada kalimat the last sentence of the second paragraph, 10 dog trials. including first
Ya.
place agility twice and first place in
Pasti
tight work.
159.
Jadi siapa tag itu? Tag
Tuh.
is in the dog.
Ini
Jadi
ya
kira apa pekerjaannya? In what field? Tag work. Questions 184.
Animal training.
Yeah. Animal training. Very good.
animal training.
Nah, kemudian ini. What is not mentioned in the passage? CPLT2 Morse will continue to train tags.
Train take.
8.
Tag has contributed to fighting crime. Tag has participated in TV programs. Or D. Tag will spend the rest of his life with his partner. Lihat. In the last paragraph.
Crime.
In the twilight of his career, Tag starred in a Sundance Channel miniseries Hub and Leonard. Ini kan Tag membintangi a Sundance Channel. Berarti dia main film kan, dia main di acara
Ada
TV
masuk
kan?
TV program.
Ya, TV program
Ya.
kan? Kemudian yang B ini Tag has contributed to fighting crime, sudah dijelaskan tadi pada yang pertama. Terus ini selanjutnya, Tag will retire to CPL Morse home, where he will no doubt live out the remainder of his year in luxury.
Yes.
Will retire, akan pensiun.
Morse home where yang paragraf 3 terakhir itu.
Berarti mana yang not mentioned?
Yang D. Ya.
Oh, not mentioned berarti D.
Kan ini coba last paragraph, last sentence. Tag will retire to CPL Morse home, where he will no doubt live out the remainder of his years in luxury.
Oh, berarti yang E kali ya?
Should be.
A.
The answer is
A.
Continue. Oh iya, dia enggak itu ya.
he doesn't mention that he will train tags or not.
Iya.
Okay, now this one. This is type of text messenger. Ini modelnya pesan. Jadi ini salah satu tipe soal di TOEIC test. Coba perhatiin ya, ini kan kayak pesan SMS. Ada Rose Peters, ada Sari Kato, ada Rose Peters, Sari Kato, Alan Jung. Kira-kira kalau misalnya posisinya kita menjadi penulis ini, kita tuh yang mana? Kalau misalnya ini HP punya kita tuh namanya siapa, yang mana? Oke, berarti posisinya kalau kita sebagai penulis surat ini, kita adalah Alan Jung. Next, kemudian ada lagi nih, ada kalimatnya. Kita baca soalnya. Ini soalnya benar nggak 161, benar. Next nih. The first question. What most likely is zip secure? Ingat, zip secure.
Zip secure.
Ini ada the product scheduled
Most likely
to launch in September. The competitor of Mr. Peter's company, or the company Mr. Peter works for, or the name of the marketing team. And last one, 162. What does Mr. Peter suggest Miss Kato to do? Ingat, Mr. Peter suggest Miss Kato. Pertama zip secure, kemudian Mr. Peter suggests Miss Kato. Ini Peter dulu ya. Ada yang membacakan yang diomongin Peter?
Gantian kali ya, kayak komunikasi gitu. Jadi Peter deh, dari jadi Sarkato.
Oke.
Hi all,
Jadi
just
mana?
checking up.
Ini Mbak yang conversation.
Oh. Jadi Sari Kato.
Iya, gitu. Ya. Hi all, just checking up on everyone. Want to make sure we are on schedule for September's launch date. Silakan Sari.
Hi Rose. Hi Rose. Hi Rose. I have just spoken with the marketing team and they recommend we focus on our new products, cost savings. It is 10 cents cheaper than similar products by our biggest competitor, International.
Great, Sari. I'd add that Zip Secure lasts longer than our previous product, and we can offer bigger discounts for orders of 10,000 units or more.
Yeah.
Point taken, Ross. I will pass on your comment and send you a draft as well as the advertising copy. Oh, and I have also seen silver gold for a couple a big trade port in China. Kok jauhnya ketal.
Oke, stop dulu. Sekarang Zip Secure. Pertanyaannya, apakah Zip Secure look like? I'll just checking up on everyone. Wants to make sure we're on schedule for September launch date. Jadi ini dia akan September itu akan launching something. Nah, kemudian yang di launching itu, great, sorry, I'd add that Zip Secure lasts longer than our previous product.
And I have a second upseller.
Nah, berarti pertanyaannya, what most likely is Zip Secure? A. The product scheduled to launch in September. The competitor of Mr. Peter's company. The company Mr. Peter works, or the name of the marketing team.
A.
Ya, produk yang akan diluncurkan. Kemudian, what does Mr. Peter suggest Miss Kato to do? Order more than 10,000 units. Point out the improved durability of the product. Send him a proposal for advertising or discount. Coba kita lihat. Nih.
Point out does Mr. Peter suggest Miss Kato? Miss Kato.
Ini kan.
Explain your problem.
Nah, kemudian kita baca selanjutnya. Nih.
Iya, dia ngasih diskon 10. Si Rose kan, Miss. Dia bisa, dia nyaranin diskon 10 unit kan, lebih dari 10 unit of the product.
And we can offer bigger discount for orders of 10,000 unit or more. Jadi masih diskon. Tapi di sini ada nggak? Nggak ada kan? Order more than 10,000 unit.
Nggak ada, dia bukan.
Bukan kan?
Bukan.
Nggak. Untuk next
Kemudian kita baca selanjutnya ini.
Iya.
Mbak, baca.
Sari. Sekarang Sari. Atau yang mana? Alencong ya?
Sari kan tadi udah
selanjutnya ini. Alan dulu,
Alan Chung.
We are approved for export licenses to Asia and Australia, but our application with the European Union is still being reviewed by the lawyers in Brazil. They want to make sure we pass the environmental standards. Nah, jadi Ros.
Ini ada
yang Rose Peter itu.
Kayaknya udah ada jawabannya ya Miss yang di paragraf ini. Atau mau dilanjut?
Belum, coba dilanjut silakan.
Belum ya? Coba sih. Dewan to maksud. Oh. Yang mana sih Sarinya?
Nah, sekarang Rose Peters. Thanks, Sari ya.
Iya, Rose Peter.
Baca dong yang Rose Peter.
Thanks. Rose Peter tadi.
Gantian.
Coba itu yang Rose Peter. Kurang satu orang ya langsung ya.
Gak apa-apa, ini Ellen Chung kan darurat.
Iya. Apa Mbak?
Sudah?
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Sari, Ellen. I have invited Kimberly to join us. She's the company lawyer.
Ellen, Rose explained your problem to me, and I don't think we need to worry. I will get in touch with my counterpart in Brazil and sort things out.
That's wonderful news, Huxley. I'm not sure why there's an issue now, considering it is not the first time we have sold products in Europe.
There have been some regulatory changes recently. I will take care of it.
That's all do it then. Thanks again everyone. Appreciate the effort.
Oke. Berarti dia disuruh ngapain?
Disuruh ini. More improved product.
More improved product.
Yang ini kan ya?
Kayaknya
point out the improved durability of the product.
Okay, good. Kemudian next ini. At 10:23 AM, what does Miss Kato mean when she writes points taken?
Point taken.
Udah nih saya cari 10:23. Point taken. This one.
Point taken. I will pass on your comment. Yeah. Can send you a draft as well as the advertising copy. I signed up CEO for a couple of big trade fairs in China.
Ini kan great, sorry. I'd ini kan I would add. Aku akan nambahkan that zip secures last longer than our previous product. Itu kan intinya. Points taken. Paham, Ross? I'll pass on your comments and send you a draft as well as the advertising copy. Oh ya, paham. Kemudian aku akan nulis ini. Nah, ini berarti apa? She has gained some experience from the project, or she expresses reservation about Mr. Peter's proposal. She expects to get promoted, or she has accepted Mr. Peter's advice. Ini kan expressing agreement, ini kan dia setuju dengan pendapatnya Peter. Jadi jawabannya adalah
saya paham.
she has accepted. Kan point taken. Oh ya, aku paham.
Accepted.
Ini kemudian what can be
Yang
inferred
CS
about the company's application with the European Union.
European Union.
Ini apa nih? Coba.
Oh, ada di Ellen Chung.
Di yang Kimberly Clark. There've been some regulatory changes recently. I'll take care of it. Kemudian berarti ini ada some regulatory changes yang di European market. Berarti jawabannya adalah kan ini kan dia ngomong kan. That's wonderful
I will
news.
take care of it.
Kan ini Alan Chung bilang, lihat perhatikan Alan Chung kan bilang, that's wonderful news. Honestly, I'm not sure why there is an issue now. Aku gak yakin kenapa kok sekarang ada issue. Considering it isn't the first time we've sold product in Europe. Kenapa sekarang ada masalah? Padahal kan ini bukan pertama kalinya kita jualan di Eropa. Terus dia si Kimberly Clark bilang, there've been some regulatory changes recently. Ada perubahan peraturan. Berarti, what can we infer?
Si atau dia?
Jawabannya adalah kan ini ada peraturan, ada perubahan peraturan.
Need to be revised.
Ya,